This is my pride and joy, my most precious accomplishment on this server. I'm incredibly proud of it, and I hope that you are proud of me. Because, you know, when you're down here, you're sorting things and everything down here, and you need a quick way to get back up. Going through here and lifting off is a little bit too difficult, a little bit too cumbersome, right? So there was a much easier way to get on out of here. You just go right here, you aim up, and you say, "Got a blast," and then shoot, you're out into the overworld once again. And instead of going all the way down and walking through to the bottom, you just glide yourself, boop, right into here, drop all the way down, and bam, you're at the auto sorter, ready to rock and roll. There was slime at the very bottom right here to help you bounce and catch your fall, but not anymore because I guess someone replaced it. But I used to call this the slime hole. So now I guess it's just the water hole, which is, I guess, fine too. My name is Brian Saviano, Bricks O'Brien. Thank you for joining me for the Bob SMP, the #1 multiplayer experience in all of the Minecraft realms on Java version. Don't get it twisted. There's even more death and destruction if you want to join me on twitch.tv/BricksO'Brien to see the Bob SMP, the graveyard, and everything else that this gloriousness is 3 days a week. Hit the link in the description to join me there if you would like, but if not, that's okay too. So the reason I saved this one for last, at least for the overworld area right here, is because these are actually the names of people that have, like, been around or not been around anymore. So I'll show you the names on the graves here. We have Brandino. Okay. Brandino's Fork with the year on it. We have Pika, who did not behave. We have Declan Saviano. This is not an actual person. This is the name of my fictitious son, who was a joke that my kid's name would be Declan or Declan, and the joke is dead. Not anyone named Declan. Frostwalker boots are, I guess, dead here. 2020 to 2021. Your next hint should be... Oh, there's a hint. Oh, is there a scavenger hunt? I might have interrupted a scavenger hunt. Whoops. Okay. D'Angelo, 2019 to 2020. May he stand forever unshaken. But he is alive and well over in the castle. But, yeah, D'Angelo, rest in pepperoni, of course. What? Okay. Amplifies House, 2020 to 2021. We have the Realm Code. The beef with Jang Bricks. It's been squashed. It's been squashed this year. Bricks O'Brittany, that joke is also dead as well. The Bricks O'Brien fanfic, I guess, is... Why is he hopping? Bricks O'Brien fanfic is actually not a fig anymore. It got erased off the internet. Darth Odyssey, I don't know when he was born, but he was there. Kid who didn't have 5,000 Meow coins for the hardcore event that I did. BSWB, that's a... Yep. Eli's moderator status, yes, very dead, and so are the Bricks O'Brien leggings. Those are all dead. You might say, what is this crypt doing over here? Why is this a thing? Let me eradicate these guys real quick, because I can. There is a creeper down there. That's awesome. But the reason why this is down here is because over in a separate area of the map, I was actually doing some work, and I happened to see... are you good? Are we good? I happened to see 4 horsemen spawn. And I thought it would be really cool to have an area for each of the 4 horses, the 4 skeleton horses that happen to appear, which is incredibly rare in Minecraft, although it seems like 4 more appeared, and we have now 8. But just by happenstance, I happened to see them, and I brought them all the way down here, and I wanted to make a specific area for each of the horses. So down here are the 4 skeleton horses, still feeding them. They're not really going anywhere. They're being ignored, but they're still being fed. So we have Famine, and then the other 3 are obviously the names of the horses that are they're based off of the legend itself. We have Death, and then none of the interiors are done at all. They're just kind of here. We have War, and then the 4th one, which those are the actual names of the horses. For context, not just random names, and then Pestilence. So those are the 4 horses of the apocalypse, and it is my dream one day to actually do this, and I hopefully want that to be one of the last things I do, because I'll explain more of why I made that, that house I showed you in the very beginning there. I'll explain why I did that in like a later episode when I come back around to it. But that is a goal of mine to accomplish one day. So now that everything is explained all around here, it took me literally like 2 hours to do that, which is incredible. I'm going to show you what's actually not here, because there's actually a lot more to this realm than just what you see in front of your eyes. So I'm going to take you into the Nether portal and show you a little bit of the hotness that exists. Now, there is apparently a way, I don't necessarily know how, to get onto the roof of the Nether, which is actually where we are right now. This is an entire area where it started with 1 block over here, but now there is a 3 block by 3 block wide area that leads into the Nether itself. Obviously, when we first started, we didn't have this. We had just another portal like anyone else, but eventually got this to be a thing. So there's also other like areas that you can go to up here, but I'll explain that in a hot second. This is where a boat highway would be. So the ice with a boat can make you fly, or, not fly, but it can make you go pretty far, and pretty fast. So that's the idea. This is going to be a whole chamber up here, and it'll be really nice. So there's all this. There's one area that I can show you, but it'll be a little while. So I'm going to drop down into here and show you a bit of the Nether. So this is where we initially started with the Nether. It was actually right on this section right down here. The portal was right here. And I spent forever making these bridges, doing all these things, laying down the brick, harvesting the brick. I did all this myself. And then one day, Brandino was like, you know what? It'd be really cool if we could go on the Nether roof instead. I know you put a lot of work into this, Brian, but I think it's dumb, and we're going to do this instead. I'm like, all right. So that ended up happening. And we don't use this anymore, but this would be our way. Before we had Elytra to go everywhere, we would walk across these bridges, obviously not on fire, but we would be able to go between all the places that we needed to. Over toward this way is where the end portal is. Over toward that way is a different section where we had a lot of farms previously. And then there's also 2 farms that are located all over here. 2 or 3 farms, I forget. So this is a... what do you call it? Yeah, the area where these guys spawn in the Nether. So, yeah, there used to be all sorts of blaze spawns in here and everything else, but not as of recently because we, destroyed all of it. But by going into this portal, I'll show you the first of the really interesting farms that were built. This is a creeper farm, which is used to harvest gunpowder to make more rockets, because I go through rockets like crazy. Everyone else does, and this is basically the system here. So, I didn't know that cats were afraid of creepers. So there is all sorts of cats on multiple levels out here that are basically deterring creepers. And there's also sugarcane down here, so you can make rockets and do paper and all that. So I'll kind of show you a little bit of sneak peek in here. So these levels in here, what does this say? Ryuji is the best boy for... Okay, I don't know. That's some anime garbage. But I'll give you a look down here, and I'll replace these, obviously, hopefully. But you can see that there's a cat right in there. And because these trap doors are at the level that they're at, a creeper can spawn on these platforms, but not spiders, skeletons, or zombies. So it's literally just creepers that spawn in here. And because the cats are sitting all by their lonesome in there, unfortunately, in the dark, that causes creepers to spawn. And so if you stand at, well, when we used to stand at the very bottom right here, in this one specific area, creepers will eventually fall from the very top and then go into here and have the gunpowder. But the issue with having all this right here is that it's also spawning monsters underneath, ergo drowned, all underneath here, and all of the caves that are underneath here. So there's actually a small platform way at the very top right here, where if you wait right up in here, it'll actually go a lot quicker. So you do this to prevent yourself from being a fallen victim from the little flying buggers that are around here. Store your stuff in here if you want to, whatever. And yeah, that actually ends up working out incredibly well. So if any of us is doing something, we'll just kind of leave ourselves there, harvest all the gunpowder, and get more rockets. And these guys use up rockets like crazy. So yeah, if there are other people on the server, then it doesn't really work because the monsters are spawning everywhere else. But if it's just one of us late at night, all the monsters for the server's worth spawn in here. All creepers, all gunpowder. Works out pretty well. Something I never realized about this area, though, is it's actually incredibly close to the giant hole. So we've had this, you know, giant nether system, but I never realized it was as close as it was. So, yeah, the more you know. So now, instead of really using that nether system, I just fly over because I know where the giant hole is. I know where this is in relation to it, and it works out pretty well. So there's that farm right there. I'll show you the next farm, which is all the way down here. It's actually kind of ridiculous. Is it going to load? Oh, want to make sure it loads because I don't want to go all the way down here and then I end up getting caught or something. So, not like caught, but like, yeah, I don't want to get caught in the void because there's multiple people on the server. It's pulling it all sorts of different ways. So, yeah, this used to be... What is this? I don't know what this is. What on earth is this? I don't know. All right. I didn't make that. I laid down this brick over here, but I don't know what that is. That is just a thing. Okay. So this farm over here, this one's a little bit harder to find. The portals kind of pop up in weird places and whatnot. But let me see if I can find this relatively easily. So yeah, you pop out outside of here. Basically, I'm going to get lost. I don't feel like getting lost right now. But it's basically a farm for raiders. So the raiders will spawn in. That's how you can get a bunch of Totem of Undying that way. I will show you that farm eventually, but I don't want to get lost right now and break my momentum. So I'll leave that right there. But that is the entrance to the raid farm. And Totem of Undying, I should be wearing one right now, because if I die, that's going to be bad news bears. But I'm hoping I'm going to be just fine. We shall see. So now that we're back... Oh, okay, it's not loading in properly. But you can see where we were before. There's actually two different ways to get to the next area, which this is where we initially had all of our farms, was over toward this way here. And the reason we had all the farms there is because there were so many... We didn't have a village near us, and so there was a village near toward this way. So instead of taking the villagers all the way to where we had set up our base, we decided that having a separate system over here was worthwhile to do. And, you know, some people would be playing over here, some people would be playing back over there, and it didn't quite make sense. It didn't work out well, which is why I was like, okay, let's everybody be in one spot and make it all work that way. So now, this area just serves as a kind of, it exists area. So Brandino put a lot of work into getting the villagers and bringing them all down here for trading and whatnot. It's just a catch-all for stuff. So if we go down toward here, you have all these villagers. They're all cash grab, profit, fool, or mashed potatoes, or whatever. But they're all hanging out around here, and you can basically trade for bottles of enchanting or bottles of enchanting. But the real moneymaker is down toward here. This is where you're finding all the really valuable villagers. Tony Stark has all sorts of armor. Brandino likes naming a lot of things Pog, so Pog everywhere. The main one here is this guy because he has a name tag, but more importantly, the mending book, which is otherwise impossible to get. So having the mending book here is awesome. I'm super effective. You have the Sweeping Edge, Silk Touch, Fortune. All of these villagers are very valuable to trade with if you have the emeralds and the book to do so, which we do in Stride. So that's where these guys exist. Down toward here, basically nothing. I don't know what that does. I'm not going to touch it. So that's that area there. And the villager trading hall that you see next door to here, this villager breeder, rather, this actually used to be where the villagers were bred. Bring them down here, and there you go. But now that's relocated to the main base area. The Tater Tower once existed right here. It's a massive Tater Tower, and I just copy, paste, delete, because having two Tater Towers didn't make any sense. I think that was cheating in my book. I wanted to have one Tater Tower, and then that was it. And this was a different system where Brandino was having the villagers kind of harvest stuff, but it never really worked out. Also, the iron farm was over toward here. It was in this section right here. There's a there's a puppy. What's wrong with the puppy? Oh, he's just hanging out here in the. Whose puppy is this? There's one singular puppy over here. Hold on. There's one puppy all lonely by the old farm fat farm area. Someone get this sweet Beautiful boyo. So whoever owns this puppy, better come and get him. Is one puppy by the old iron farm. So while I'm explaining this, we're going to see, I think it's Anthony. So we'll see what happens here. There's one puppy chilling right here. And obviously leaving him out in the rain is not proper. Come on now, Anthony. Leaving your puppies all around here. Or it might be Brandino, whoever. Somebody feed the puppy, all right? And get the puppy out of here. So that's where the old villager trading hall was. You can kind of see the remnants of that right inside of there. And this is where Brandino called me, "You're the right brother," and saying to rescue it. So yeah, this is where the old villager trading hall was, and I believe these villagers are still down here, so that's cool. These are all called, like, Gary, Theo, Mr. Maplewood. I thought these were all called Pog before. We are farmers. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, Joe. These were all called Pog before, I thought. Oh, well. But they have all unique names now, so that's cool. So there's all that. Over here is where there was that bamboo farm. And then right here is actually where I planted massive trees to harvest the wood to make bases and whatnot. So there's Brandino. I'll show you guys over toward this way where the sweet, beautiful boy is. All right. And yeah, right over toward here. Let's get this rocking and rolling. What is this? Oh, he got me the bucket of axolotl. I guess he wants me to do something with it. Oh, axolotl, he's so cute. Oh, he's so cute. Oh, that was so cute. Get back over here. Get back over here. Get in the bucket. Get in the bucket. Go. I've never seen this model before. It looks really cool. Looks so cute. Aw, so cute. How can I get him back? Nope. Oh, there we go. I got it. The cutest predator. Nice. All right. I don't want to take it from you though. If you want to take that for yourself, I want to find my own eventually. But yeah, that's really cute. Awesome. Eli will probably see this afterwards. So thank you, Eli. Wait, is it whose puppy? It's Ant's puppy. There we go. Give him a good home. Smiley. There you go. So there's that. We restored the balance in the forest there. Excellent. You know, a couple cows over here. I initially made like some walls and I wanted to wall this area off for safety reasons, but never got around to it because we combined every area there. So this is where the initial stone thing was. So that's cool. Yeah. There's also this, which is for kelp, which is kind of useless. I don't know why this was made, but it was there. There was also a different, I don't know, mechanism here that got deleted, so whatever. All of that is as explained there. The village is actually right over toward this way. I'll show you where the initial village was. So we made this base area over here, and this is where the village is. So we took the villagers from this initial village, brought them over toward this way, got them to a safer area, and that was kind of that. So, cool. So that's all that, but there's still just a little more. There's just a little more, I promise. There's just a little bit more left to explore, okay? One of those things is, one of those things is the end, which we have gone to the end in strides, because we obviously have Elytra. We have a lot of the things that make this kind of realm sort of complete. So there's Anthony trying to show off for the camera once again, even though he doesn't know I'm recording. So I'm going to show you the end area, which initially found is actually really close in the overworld, relatively close, and had a mine cart system underneath where the item sorter was, but now obviously doesn't exist. And this actually was made by Brandino as of relatively recently. It caught me by surprise with the amount of detail he put into it, which is crazy when it loads right here. So this whole section right here is this is the stronghold. There's water. But yeah, this is all over here. All sorts of resources. If you miss this jump, get good. Not my fault, you're bad. So all sorts of lava around here for the sake of aesthetic, and that's where the end portal is. So this area is a thing that Eli is working on to make it look like an end entryway. These things are here because this is how you can duplicate sand concrete, gravel, those gravity-affected blocks. There's some trick you do at the end. I don't really know. Whatever. I just kind of leave them to it. So over toward here, treasure hunt over. Oh, there's a treasure hunt. Okay, I didn't even know that. So going up toward this way gets you to another level, and you can exit out of here, I believe, right? I don't know what he's doing here, but still kind of a work in progress. But you can see we've gotten a lot of stuff done. We've defeated the Ender Dragon, I think, like 10 times. So all of these sections around here are various areas where the Ender Dragon has been defeated and netted us a new entrance to, the end. So that's pretty cool. So I am not going to use my last rocket right now. I need to go get some more eventually. But this is a very cool section over here, one that's incredibly important for what we do, really at any point ever. So this is where the Enderman EXP farm is. This is where we basically upgrade our gear. It's all the way over toward this way. Those things down there are armor stands with a water elevator. So this will take you all the way down to where you need to go. You can see that things are working pretty smoothly, and you just kind of pop out toward this side here. Make sure, actually, I'm not going to use this because sometimes when you're using this, you end up falling through the world, and as long as you have rockets on you, you're good, which I don't have a lot of, so I'm just going to not do that. I'm going to leave it for now. So, yeah, this is where the Enderman EXP farm is. This is where you can recharge all of your gear. So since everything I have has mending on it, this is going to be very loud, so I'm going to lower it afterward. But you can see my gear is not quite 100%. If I do this, it's going to be incredibly loud, but then it's going to recharge everything I have right here. Red Bull After Party wings are going right back up to where they should be. Let's see, and they are totally fine. My sword is better. My pickaxe is better. So is my regular axe, and probably a moment here. Hold on. There's this. And then it's all just floating around here. It's due to a little ender grub that lurks at the very top right there. And that causes all the endermen to be drawn toward it. And then they fall a certain distance from the very top all the way to the very bottom. And that will net us all of the XP we could possibly ever need. Even though this is technically not the most effective way to do this. And there's also a sorting system down here, which I implemented, to get rid of all the excess ender pearls that lurk at the very bottom there. So now all my gear is fully restored. All of the different books get stored here. Quick charge, punch, mending, etc. all through here, whatever we get from enchanting our stuff in the enchantment area, which is right over here. And lapis lazuli and all that. That's another important part of it. And that's why we don't use any of the enchantment areas by us, because obviously those are a lot more effective, and it's right near the Enderman area. So, yeah. Now that that is sorted, the end area itself, the islands, nothing special. No projects have been done there because it's not really local. I think if we were super fancy eventually and we had no intentions of ever spawning the dragon ever again, we would deck this area out to make it like super special, but I don't think we're going to do that because we're going to spawn the dragon probably again for the sake of beating it. I think it would be cool to beat the dragon again, showing you how incredibly different it is having all the right gear and just kind of making a mockery of the dragon. So I'm actually going to take a totem right here just in case something happens. I'm going to put that back right into there because I can. And bada bing. There we go, right there. Okay, so now I'm going to spawn back in. I'm back in my house. Beautiful. Rockets. Anybody got any rockets? Nope. Okay. How about over here? Nope. Okay, nothing. Nope. There's a whole lot of nothing. All right, cool. So that's going to be an issue. But I think I'm going to take care of that maybe right now. Do I have anything on me? Yeah, I got those three. All right, I'm going to have to walk like a plebeian. Actually, you know what? I'm going to be fancy. Let's go over here. Yoink. Let's see where I land. Anywhere good? Yeah, kind of. All right, a little bit more. Closer. Okay, that actually leads me to another area I can show you in a hot second here. So, a thing that took a lot of effort that I didn't quite have any involvement with whatsoever was this coral reef area down here. I don't know how long it took them to find this, but it ended up looking really good in the process. I got 9. Great. Actually, no, I can get a lot more than that. What am I talking about? Bam. I don't know where I got 10, but okay, I got 18 now. No, I'm going to grab some more. But yeah, there's all sorts of coral down toward this way. And yeah, it took forever. And the AC is kicking on in the office. Finally, it is super, super hot outside and inside of here. So you got to make sure you stay cool, all right? 39, much better. So there's all this coral down here, pickles. Or there's no coral. Coral is... Coral? Coral. No, I don't know where the coral is, but it's supposed to be down here. There's actually the secret base area underneath here that nothing has been done with since. It goes to Brandino's house, but I think that's the Ender Pearl area that Anthony has. Same idea. So yeah, that's interesting there. But yeah, then it goes out toward this way. So we're still not done. Oh my goodness, we're still not done. How long is it going to take me to... I thought this would take me like 2 videos. This is the most in-depth explanation of 8 months of work. I'm losing my voice. I got to do so much... Oh, mamma mia. All right. I'll show you more. All right, let's get to it. Still more to go. Here's another farm over toward this way. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? This way. There we go. This is a Guardian farm. We basically have farms for, like, everything, right? So the Guardian farm is over toward here. There's this whole system. This is a collection area down here. I'll show you this first because I'm right here. But, yeah, this is where all the different things from the Guardian farm end up being, similar to what you have seen previously. And what's interesting is this area that is... up here, which I think is a very interesting just looking design that they went with for this. That was Brandino and Anthony once again, as you could most likely assume. But there's this over here. This goes to, I think, a different... Oh, the collection area, once again. Or I don't know what that is, actually. Oh, that's the teleporter. So that's where all the Guardians will pop out, and they will eventually get damaged, and, you know... all their stuff can be harvested. So up toward here is another Ender portal, which I actually don't remember where this goes at all. So I'll be just as curious as you to find out. It goes, oh, to the collection area. I forget where. Yes. Right? Is that it down there? Yeah. Yes. Okay. So this is where the Guardian farm is down here. So the Guardians... What? Wait a minute, hold on. What is this? Is this where the Guardians are? So the Guardians will get dragged into here and then get teleported through the nether portals here and then get all collected. And then the resources end up going that way. So the Ender portal used to be, or the nether portal used to be around here somewhere, but I guess they removed that in lieu of doing this. So that's the Guardian farm. I promise you there's only a little bit left. Bear with me, everybody. Get locked and loaded. We're still at it. One of the more impressive farms is left because you got to save the best for last. It's actually in. Oh my goodness, I nearly just died right there. But luckily, I have the totem of undying on me. There's just one more farm, I think, to go with, which is a very interesting one. It's a nether farm for hoglins, or rather, piglins and whatnot. So... up toward this area, you can see a couple piglins. They all have some sort of gear inside of here. This is actually a trading hall. So there's 2 things left. Nope. Nope. Okay, go over this way, back toward this way, and there we go. All right, and there it is. So the piglin trading hall is inside of here. Basically, you input the gold. No, you input the gold over toward here, and then the piglins will give you stuff. The stuff will then get sorted over to here. You can get crying obsidian, regular obsidian, quartz, whatever you have up over toward this way. This works separately from the most impressive farm, or one of the most impressive farms that I helped create, thankfully, is the piglin farm. So the piglin farm is all the way up toward this way, and basically what you do is using the nether roof, you have this kind of arena-looking thing down here. And I'm going to lower the volume significantly for you because it's very, very noisy over here because there's a minecart collection system that kind of makes this whole process work. So let's see. Oh, that's loud. Jeez, mamma mia. Don't shoot the bottom floor piglins. Okay. Why are you here? All right, so there's all this. Shoot pigs up here. Okay, so basically, instead of doing that, all you do, because of the way that these things are laid out, they are going to spawn in a very particular kind of way. So what you do is you end up going onto here, hitting one of them, and then if you end up gliding yourself all the way over toward here, they will get... I'm going to lower this actually for myself because this is actually kind of atrocious. Blocks? No, I don't know what it is. Master, I'm just going to lower everything. So it's very loud. So all of the piggies will end up getting crushed inside of here. I'm going to delete you. Delete, I mean destroy. But all the piggies basically get crushed right there, and you get all the EXP and all the stuff from the piglins, or rather the hoglins. I don't know, whatever these things are. So they are all right here, and they'll continue to be right here until you leave. And then all the stuff will go down to a sorting system as right underneath here. This does give you a ton of EXP. I don't like this as much as the Enderman farm because it's kind of loud. It's kind of sloppy compared to the cleanliness of the swipe with the Enderman over there. So that's the relative idea with that. I will end up turning on the volume in just a second. And they'll kind of just follow you, you know, wherever. And eventually, like they're very loud too. Eventually they'll stop being mad. But yeah, this whole area is basically the area of which to work with. And other than the raid farm, I believe that is every single farm, every single thing that has been done in this realm. If I am missing anything, I'll share it in the next video, but I believe that is everything. 8 months of progress, all wrapped up into a nice little bow all throughout here. So now that that is all done, it's finally time to take a look at 1.17. You're acquainted with the world with the Bob SMP. It's time to get locked, loaded, and ready for some action, all right? I'm ready to explore and see just where all this cool stuff is. So thank you very much for joining me on this tour. There's a bamboo farm. I forgot the bamboo farm down there, whatever. You get the idea. You're going to see this stuff time and time again as I'm flying all throughout here, all right? So in this giant hole that I have magically created is where I'm going to end it off for this episode here. Please take care of yourselves, be kind to yourselves, and do whatever it is that makes you happy and fulfilled in this wonderful life that we have, because we got one life to live, and you got to live it to the best of your ability. You know what I mean, man? Meow, meow. So this is my temporary house that I'm going to end this off for right here, the commendable effort. And yeah. Next time I see you, I hope to go into 1.17. We're going to go to these coordinates right around here, which isn't quite too far from here. Going to find some of the new hotness that is in 1.17. Talk to you next time. Good night.